So now remember we've been working on a book called Clocktopus. Yes, so today I'm going to be showing you how to design the inner layers of this book. My name is Alvina and I'm so excited to be here. Yeah, I'm going to be showing you how to design the inner layers of your book and just basically walk you through how to work on your story, especially because it's a children's book. There's a lot of things involved with children's books that you need to be mindful of. So I'm going to walk you through step by step. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. It takes a lot of time to actually work on the videos and bring this knowledge to you. Honestly, it's not gonna cost you anything to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So now let's just go straight into it. So now we're working in the inner pages of our book, and we're just gonna go with the flow, see how it goes. But the same thing applies whenever I'm working on books. I would always use my layer. This invisible ruler, well, it's visible, would help me to basically just navigate the design and make sure that there is no bleed in what I'm doing, especially because this is an elementary design. Definitely we'll still work on something more advanced that will show you how to make things bleed from one page to the other, but this is very, very elementary, so we're just going to work on this as an elementary design. So yes, we would still need this particular square in our inner pages, just so that everything is aligned properly and nothing is bleeding out. So before we get here, let's just go straight and talk about the story. Okay, let's tell ChatGPT to come up with a 10 chapter story. So here it has said that the octopus arms are pointing to a different hour. So I'm going to tell you that the octopus arms are not pointing to any hour. Work on the summary again, make it shorter, keeping all details. Yeah, so because this is actually a children's book, I think we would just first of all just have a summary and that's it. But if it was a more educational book, it would be important to have a table of contents. So let's just work on this. Clocktopus is a playful and engaging adventure that makes learning about time fun for kids. Meet Clocktopus, a quirky octopus who loves clocks and help young readers understand hours, minutes, and seconds through rhymes, games, silly challenges. From morning routines to playtime and bedtime, kids will discover how time shaped their day in a fun and interactive way. I think this is a fantastic introduction about the book. So now we're going to work on our summary. Okay, so for our summary, I want children holding a sign because it's a children's book. So that's the current format that I'm using, and you can see that there are a lot of them. Okay, we have this one, we have this one. So yeah, we can just have this is fine, and this is for our title, saying that this is a summary. Okay, so we're just gonna write summary, and yeah, here we go, we have summary. And again, children's book, make them big, make your fonts big. And now the next thing we're gonna do is make this colorful. Don't forget the colors we're using in this book. Keep your color consistent, just so that kids are not like confused. Again, you do not have to keep this, but if you get so excited about your layout and you decide to keep it, fine, but you don't have to keep it. However, sometimes you might have to if it makes your design fun. Okay, so remember we already have a summary we want to work with. I'm just going to go ahead and paste it, and yeah, here we go. This is too big, obviously. Again, we have to make sure it fits into this. which is the most important thing. It will always be the most important thing for me, is that it fits into this. Let's format it. Okay, now it's formatted. Does it fit? Does it fit? I don't know. I always like to leave spaces after each, just to, you know, make sure that no, that's not what I intended here. Yeah, that's where I intended to crush the space, lift it up. Make it in time. Meet Cloctopus, a quirky octopus who loves clocks and helps young adults hours, blah 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 blah, and challenges. And this is okay. Our kids will discover. Okay, I think that bedtime is important because it's important for parents. So our meters are the two rhymes and games. Full stop. Okay, I'm going to remove these silly challenges. I also don't want to use certain words for kids. Okay, so from morning routines to playtime and bedtime, kids will discover how time shapes their day in a fun way, an interactive way. Okay, I think that's still okay. I think we're okay in terms of our space. I think we still have a lot of space. This is just me being overly cautious, but we still have a lot of space, and I can just again bring this, make the space, you know. Yeah, so I think the summary kind of took up a lot of space, but we still have a lot of space. I can just reduce this a bit, okay. Yeah, and so you can also always check, you know, by making sure that every other element is okay. So we are good here. We actually have a lot of space. But I want this to be properly centered. It's important that it's centered. Let's see. Okay, so we are good here. Yep, we're good. All right, so again, don't forget, this is a book for kids. Make it colorful, make it fun. So I'm just gonna stick to the same color. We can change colors, but for the purpose of this, we're trying to make it simple and fun. We have a summary now. Let's just go to the next, which is the inner pages. I'm just going to go ahead to duplicate the pages. Again, you cannot no, because my layout is already fine here. Oh no, this is a layout for summary. Sorry, I'm going to be working on the layout for the inner pages, which is different from the layout for summary. Summary has a different layout, so let me just go ahead and. So for the inner pages, I like to play around with templates, see if there is anything that I can work with. So again, because there are certain designs we can do because we don't want things to bleed out. Let me put my square first of all, just so that we know that, okay, it's not like we have all this space. It's just a reminder to know your boundaries. Okay, it just helps us with our boundaries. Again, it's important to, okay, once we are comfortable with the size we are working on, please make sure that both sides fit. Please always make sure that, you know, you're checking the edges. Make sure that, you know, it really does fit. Okay, so now I want to design my inner page. So one of the things that I like to have, like maybe two different designs. If you see the inner pages of Hello Wonder and Wi-Fi Wonder, you would notice that there was a format to the book. We had the part where it was about the subject we were discussing, and then we also had another part where it was more about a fun fact. Okay, because it's a children's book, you want to, you know, be more interactive, be more, engaging with them, just to make it fun. So there was a fun fact for every topic that was introduced, and then I think we can replicate that same thing here. I'm not sure, but now I want us just to work on the first thing we're going to introduce. So we haven't even told. Okay, so come up with the book, chapter 1 to 10, including the riddles, routines, end games you highlighted. Okay, so while this thing is giving us the structure, we can already see that the first chapter is talking about meat Cloctopus. So let's just assume that it's introducing Cloctopus to us, so that's fine. So do not forget that when we were generating this, we got a lot of generations, and I told you guys, don't let them go, that they would be eventually useful. Well, here we are. Now we want to use the images that we generated. So since this is all about meat Cloctopus, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the other Cloctopus that we liked. We're really sure that we liked. Since it's not for the cover page, it's okay if it is spelling or whatever, it's fine, as long as it's not for the cover page. Let me see more images that were generated. Oh, now this one has a different color, so I can see that this is his brother or this is his friend. That's okay. Anyway, so we can just work with this, and again, because this is a children's book, it's okay to play with your text placement as long as you're within the square. This square is really what is going to make it easy for you to just upload a book and it will just be accepted immediately. Trust me, guys, been there, done that, trying to do more than what I'm supposed to do. And I'm speaking from experience when I say stick with the square, guys. Stay within the square, especially as a beginner. Do not forget this is a beginner's guide, right? So since this is meat Cloctopus, I'm just gonna copy our topic, which is meat Cloctopus, and just have it here, and I'm just gonna have it here saying meat Cloctopus. Okay, so again, because what we are doing, what we're working on, we have this flexibility to work with backgrounds, colors, as long as you're within this frame. So I think because it's a children's book, I do not mind. So let me know. So because it's a children's book, I do not mind having the title, literally the title on one side on the left, and having the title and the picture on the left, and then just text on the right. It's still okay. So I'm going to show you guys how we're gonna do that, but before that I want to generate some images. So I want to come here and copy this exact prompt just so that I can generate more images like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click here and copy the seed, right? So when I click on copy seed, I'm gonna come here into advanced settings and say use a fixed seed, and I'm gonna paste the fixed seed here. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna come here and copy this entire prompt, or just click here reuse prompts. Okay, so immediately I clicked on reuse prompt, everything kind of like just went to my prompt box. So I'm just going to click on generate, and yeah, you would see that it's going to generate images that look very similar to the old Cloctopus. So while that is cooking, let's go back here and improve this. So I want to be playful with the backgrounds, but again, because this is a beginner's guide, I don't want to make it too complicated, so I'm going to leave it as simple as possible. So now we are saying meat Cloctopus. Let's come up with a better color for this. A better color. Oh, do not forget that we can delete this just so that You see how it kind of just, I want the background, so I want to get like a proper background. Blue backgrounds, okay, because we are designing for kids, so we don't want it to be too far off. And again, I think we should just use C. Maybe we should just use the C. So let me just try this and see how it looks. And the inner pages are tricky. Yeah, you see that it's generating similar images, very, very similar. Let me just put something different, maybe dancing or holding a toothbrush, just so that we have some variety. Okay. Yeah, so can you see that we now have some really nice variety? I love this. So let's come back here and see, is there any full image that is not cutting anything off? Yeah, so okay, so we are saying mid octopus, and that's all we are saying here, right? We don't need to add anything else, I can guarantee you. So the next thing we're gonna say is riddle. I have no hands but I can clap. I have no feet but I can run. What am I? And the answer is a clock. So we're going to now create the riddle page. Again, you can just do this by duplicating, but there's no need to duplicate because it might not be the same style. You just want things to be uniform, but at the same time you want flexibility with your design. So I want to use this text style. I'm not using the rest. No, I'm not using all this. I have to be mindful of this. So I just want to use this text style. Oh, apparently I can't edit that. Okay, let's look for something that we can edit. Okay. So one of the things I also like to do is I can just come here and say kids, and it can help give me things that I can use that will just look, that will have that kid fonts. Okay, so let's use this for the riddle. So I like everything except all these things by the edges. No, I don't want anything by the edges. I want it to be something that I can always have flexibility with when I don't want anything by the edges. This can shift here. Okay, so this is a riddle. I'm just going to okay, all right, so now I've put in the riddle. Okay, so I can just bring in more octopus here just to have them maybe I should put swimming. I think swimming will help if I'm saying in action. Inspired body. Swimming. Okay, so while that is cooking, we've put in our riddle, but we have to fix our fonts and colors just so that it's the way we want. So the good thing is, once we sort this out, we can just now use this format for every riddle page. That's one thing I like about this, because as much as you want to be creative, you don't also want to be all over the place. And with kids books, you want to make sure that they're having fun, but at the same time there's some sort of structure to what you're doing. So let's come back and see if we have more images. Yeah, so we have more fun images here that we can use, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that up. I'm going to replace one of the images with one of the images of the kids with this. So here I'm going to now write the answer. Okay, this just makes it fun for kids. So I can just put this watermelon here. And this will just also again make it fun, make it interesting. Okay, so I did import some clocks here. So I'm just going to remove the background for this again, just to create that, and I'm just going to place it here. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. There's already a design. This is Clocktopus, and yeah. So because I have experience, I'm already making sure that my edges are catered to. But if you doubt, I think I want the Clocktopus to be closer to where I said clock. I think that just makes more sense. All right, but if you're doubting that I'm not, let's do the square test just to make sure that everything is not spilling. Okay, it might be spilling a bit. Okay, this can just come down. Okay, so let's do this, and this, whoops, you see, I'm good. You can see that I'm very, very good. Actually, everything is still within this. So all I just need to do now is because again, I don't want stories. I really don't want stories. I'm going to make these clouds blue. I'm going to make it blue clouds, and then I'm going to make the entire background white, just so that it just makes my life easier. Oh, I should have actually written riddle here. No, what am I? Okay, so let's write riddle here. What am I? Okay, so shift this again so that it doesn't I'll just make the boy smaller. Okay, so now don't forget that everything has to be in this font that we like. So this is the singlet font, and this size is 40, so just make everything 40 just so that we are safe. Okay, and this is capital because of the fact that this is the title, even though the title is down, it's okay. Again, font consistency, we can't use too many fonts. If we're using singlet, we're using singlet all through. We can only play with fonts when it comes to the title, you know. But when you're inside the book, you want to be as consistent as possible, just so that of course you make reading fun for kids. Okay, we might have to reduce this font just a little bit, just so that, you know, the design can sit well. Again, feel free to play with how the text are placed, because again, this is a book for kids, and you just need to make sure that you're giving them enough space to play. Okay, so now we have a riddle template, and we can just use this riddle template to make all the other riddles. Okay, I feel like this should be more colorful. Let me see what colors we can play with here. Nope. I need something a bit more stronger. Okay. Oh no, I don't like that. Okay, so for the titles can have their own titles can always have their own font, but you have to be careful, just so that, you know, a lot of things are not happening all over the place, because whatever we do here, we're going to now go ahead and duplicate everywhere. So we have to just make sure that what we're doing is what we want to do. Okay, so we're using this for caps, so that's fine. I feel like this color is still not giving me, I'm not still excited about the color. I can be like that. I'm going to move on pretty soon. Okay, I think we are somewhere there. Okay, so now I'm just going to duplicate, now that we have a riddle page, I'm just going to duplicate this riddle page. We have a title page. I'm going to also duplicate that, so that is what is going to form the framework for our book. So all the riddles, well, now I'm thinking about it, since this riddle is about a clock, I think I would like to put a clock here, just so that it kind of gives it makes it more fun. Yeah, let me just add a little clock. It just makes it more fun. Okay, so now we are going to the next riddle. So again, it depends on how you want to go. You can just work on only the riddles. You can work on, oh, we haven't done the fun facts. Oh my days. So let's make the fun facts page, just so that we would have been done with all the pages. Okay, so again, we can try and see if there's any fun facts fonts we can steal here. If we don't see, we would create from scratch, but I always like to check with my options when it comes to templates, because, you know, I've been lucky to see some really good templates that, you know, just did what it was supposed to do, you know. So okay, so I think I can work with this. Fun facts. Oh wow, we have already reached the time limit I set for this video. So I guess we're going to have a part 2. I think part 2 will be rounding this off and at the same time finally uploading the book to KDP. So yeah, we are going to definitely finish this book today, and I'm going to upload it on KDP and show you guys everything, and we would also check how many hours we've spent, and you would see that this would not take you more than 3 hours in a day, or 4 if you want to really be creative and fast, maybe 5, and you would have something fun. Okay, so come watch out for part 2, where we would format the fun facts page, and we would also format the text page that gives us the meat. And yeah, we might also add some puzzles, just some things to make kids play, within the book. And I'm looking forward to seeing you back. So do not forget, again, my name is Alvina Ode, and I am excited about going on this journey with you, creating your own book. I do have a more detailed course that will teach you how to build a brand, but I only take one-on-one on that. I don't believe that people should just different people want different things for the brands they are building, and I want to hear about the brand you're building. And yeah, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you really like to share, if you know someone who is struggling and thinking about what can they do right now to start earning and just start putting themselves out there, please share this video. It's going to be a really interesting one for them. Thank you.